Thank you.
Sorry. The time that y'all met, not last month, but month before, I was in Spain still.
Where?
Spain.
Oh, Spain.
And then when I got back, I tried to come to the meeting, but we didn't have a meeting.
Yeah, July.
But Wanda had come home, she had quadruple bypass surgery.
Wow. Well, I heard she had some surgery, but I didn't know what.
Oh, yeah,
And I got caught in that email exchange where she had been hacked. And
yeah.
and so I knew it was during that time. And I got the message she had been hacked, so I didn't bother.
I was hoping people weren't opening it. I tried to let people know, but and I immediately changed passwords and stuff. I think it stopped pretty quick.
All right. Well, I only got the message from her and one other person.
Somebody opened it.
That had followed it through.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
But it's hard to track down everybody that's in it.
Oh, yeah. Well, what's so bad is First Church in Hartsville, bless her heart, she gets hacked all the time. And the thing that comes through from that is this thing about, I'm your pastor and I have a friend who needs a card for $50. And I'm sure you've seen that one.
What they're doing is fishing on that.
Oh, yeah. And yesterday,
That's not necessarily hacking.
I got the old post office scan yesterday. I haven't had that one in a long time.
What was it?
The one that says you have a package that we can't deliver if you'll call this number.
Oh, I've been getting that.
Oh, yeah.
I hadn't gotten that one in a long time.
I've been getting that, but I don't ever call them. I just delete it. Anything that looked like that, I delete it. And I figured, well, I'll go to the post office and talk to them and if they have with that.
There was another one I did a double check on because the graphics were so
Well, this Wanda got this hack from a pastor in Spruce Pine. You have an invitation from so-and-so, and she tried to open it.
No. There's another thing that's going around now that is probably, it's called an invitation to a party from someone in your email list. But you shouldn't open that either because what it seems to be is planting something on your machine that will allow it to be taken over for ransom.
Because I am going to a party Saturday night. I was invited by...
With an attachment?
No, the message to me.
Yeah, a message that you can just read is fine, but don't open the attachments.
I've used malware lights for years and years, and they seem to be pretty quick.
I've got about 3 different ones.
Oh dear.
My phone.
They used to
Something gets by those.
They used to get into death battles with each other, and that would kill your machine.
Well, you probably need to be sitting over here where you can slap me.
I would never do that.
There's something that Patty wanted me to talk with you about, and I don't know how much you can have in your head before the start of a meeting.
What she called me yesterday.
It's still coming out some.
After.
But yes, this,
And I really don't understand.
I don't want them to do it.
Yeah.
I'm scared of trying to play careful. Maybe that can. But, James, we won't be old this year. And a year after that, we want to be really old.
You don't turn 70, I didn't turn 70 this year, I mean, 80 this year.
I was 79.
Hughes is 79.
Yeah.
I'm 78, so I'm 1 year.
I was thinking you were the same age.
Well, just about. Maybe 12.
Yes, I didn't
Yeah, my,
Anyway, she had recommended that
I told somebody that my doesn't know.
600,000 students studying CPAs at the university that are part of the infrastructure be applied to go into municipal towns and do learning as a government.
Yeah, yeah.
It's more than just a home.
Yeah, that is. Yeah,
The USC students
yeah, yeah. Yeah. Okay, oh, it's 9 according to my watch, but not according to that clock. All right. Patty had relayed to me an idea, as she understood it from you, of trying to unify the various fundraising and benefit of the town organizations. But I had a little bit different idea along the same line, which is, could we expand on some of the concept that Bill Seaman has put forward? Thinking about the creek, Flat Creek within Montreat as a whole, because we've got collapsing banks, we've got downed trees, we've got people upset about the fact that there's nothing happening near their house. That might be a focus. I mean, certainly all of it is Landcare possible. It's what we were created for. But, and more of an emphasis on the creek, because we've already got one more collapse. More will probably happen. Some sort of Flat Creek overall umbrella. The bridges?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Just getting there, but
Yeah, which is great. Yeah.
we were set.
Yeah. And having our money handled by the town years ago was a very deliberate decision intended to keep the town involved. Because the town can forget about us if we're not real vocal. Yeah. Well, one of the things that I have done was hired a couple people with a chainsaw to cut up a tree that was down before Helene across the creek by my house. And it is now beginning to fill in the ditch that Helene made that wasn't part of the creek. It's not exactly the right material, but it was pretty much free. It's hard to actually live a life and be on a committee.
find all my money.
Okay.
Okay, folks, we do have a quorum now. So I'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. Let's go ahead and call the meeting to order, and let's observe a moment of silence. Thank you. And I guess I preempted the call for a quorum, but we do have a quorum. If somebody else wants to say it, I'd be happy to listen. Any questions about the agenda or the order of the agenda? Okay, we'll move on then. Treasurer's report.
Okay. All right, given the uncertainty that our town has gone through with its budget, we are a little bit behind on town reports. I'm pretty sure that's what it's attributable to. But I have done sketch information on the last one that I have, which was the end of May 2026. And I won't give you all of the details because it would take a long time and you won't remember anyway.
True.
We had net in hand at the end of May, according to the town report, $91,311. As usual, most of that is attributable to fundraising for Flat Creek Crossing project. Since then, the best that I can determine from information that's just been coming to me, we have added in donations $8,723, most of which will probably appear in our next report, but some of it's even newer than that. We have added in expenses another $14,070, almost all attributable to Flat Creek Crossing. We had $7,500, I think it was, from materials expenses for the work out there, and $6,250 from Wheeler Grading. That's the company that's been doing all of the beautiful stone placement. I think we have an infusion of $3,000 coming in from the town as part of the budget. I believe I saw that in the budget, which would be very welcome. We are expecting, I think it's $40,000 back from Parks and Rec. That's a little bit held up. We have to submit, in addition to the invoices, proof of payment of the invoices. So I'll try to figure that out this week with Angie and with Rachel. So what that means now is that we probably have total available of about $89,000. And when I'm asked by the folks who are actually building Flat Creek Crossing, what do we have available? At this point, I think it's about $66,000 that we could work with going forward, given what we've already expensed. When we get our reimbursements from Parks and Rec, they will be 50% reimbursements. This isn't FEMA, it's not 100%. So our balance will continue to decline as we fully expected, and we're trying to be sure that nothing goes down faster than we can pay for. So I think that's where we are. Thanks.
Thank you. I've been asked to make one other change in the agenda. The stone bridges will come later. Let's go ahead and knock out the committee reports. Entity. Jane, anything from the town?
Everything is, now that we have a budget, that we know doesn't make everybody happy, but it's the best we could do, and I really think we're going to be able to pay for what we have and need for the town, especially in our services. So we're just ready to keep going, and we're still, FEMA's trickling in, and We're holding in there.
Any questions? MRA.
Can't always tell.
I'm not sure it
Is
is.
it on?
I think slip it up.
Okay, maybe I actually turned it off. Is it on now? You do? Okay. We are wrapping up another great summer. This is the last week we have our summer staff here. So we're grateful for them and the work that they have done. The Bryan Bridge up in our wilderness is well underway and hopefully should be completed by the end of this month. So that will open the final piece of trail that has been closed from Helene. And I think I've told you before, and you all may be aware, but we replaced it with a much more substantial bridge, one that would allow emergency, UTVs to get up there, search and rescue type things. So we're glad to be able to respond to that need that has been expressed to us by those individuals in the past. And that has been funded for the most part by a grant from the Community Foundation of Western North Carolina, so we're very grateful to them. The balance of it is being paid from some of the donations we received for Helene recovery, but the Community Foundation covered about 2/3 of it, and then we had an additional 1/3 that we covered with some of the funds that we received. And then just a note of interest for you all, my colleague Tracy, who is not here today, is retiring at the end of this year. I don't know if you all knew that or not. But so we will look for someone else to represent the MRA on this committee once she departs in December. So, any questions?
All right. Nobody here from the college? Cottagers, wilderness, and open spaces.
Good news. How many times have I been talking about the Jane Holt Wilderness and the potential transfer of deeds to MRA? I am grateful to announce that the MRA board has agreed to accept it. The executive committee made the final decision that was announced at the Cottagers meeting July the 18th. And the committee is meeting in about an hour, and we're going to move forward with how we need to do that and what is ahead for this particular committee. So I am extremely grateful to MRA, and we will do everything we can to make it easy for MRA to absorb that responsibility.
That's one of the things that I wonder about. What do we do if another piece of land happened to come for sale? Do we? And the other thing, I know some people who are in the Bear Club, and those memberships get sold. I was wondering if we could buy some of the memberships.
If there is more land, which is very, very limited, were to come available, I think it would be a legitimate request of the cottagers to see if they could purchase it, or it may be that since MRA will have virtually all of the conservation easements, that it would maybe work through MRA, and maybe we could work in conjunction to help fund that if we needed to. The Jane Holt Wilderness property in early 90s, like 90, 91, was purchased with funds raised by cottagers for the sole purpose of buying that land. And I don't see that, since that model was quite successful, I can imagine only excitement from the community again if there were such properties that became available. Do you know of any?
I don't want the Bear Club to go away because I think we need the harvesting, but if they got ready to get rid of some of it, I think we should be open.
every indication that I've had in this many-year process that I've gone through is that this membership, there are 100 members. They are very unlikely to agree on anything dramatic going forward because there are 100 different opinions, and to make that into one would be pretty difficult. The memberships are tightly guarded and passed down to families. Also, as an aside, not really brought up, but we've talked to them and listened to them, and they're not likely to put their land in a conservation easement. Although I will tell you that everything I have heard has indicated that they are extremely careful with the use of that land. And while it's not in a conservation easement, they protect it very, very, very vigilantly. Good questions. I don't think that any memberships are going to come up. Oh, you might. Okay, some. Okay, keep us posted. We might talk to, that's, again, Tanner. I want to say a good word about Tanner Pickett, if I may. He has navigated this with such finesse and skill, and working with the bear hunters. I don't know that it would have been nearly as smooth if Tanner hadn't been integral in this process. So
we absolutely need the harvesting.
We absolutely need the harvesting. We need to up the quotas too. I haven't seen a bear since yesterday. It was near your house.
Mine.
Yeah.
I miss them.
2 in the yard yesterday. So anyway, any other questions about wilderness and open space? If I leave early, it's not that you said anything funny. It's just I've got to go get ready for that meeting.
Thank you, Beth. Nothing new to report from Earth Ministry. Flat Creek Crossing, you want to add anything else?
Yeah, I just want to remind people that the Flat Creek Crossing project, we think we have sufficient funds to finish the original design. We're a little bit unclear about how much it's going to cost to go on and do the web-based educational part of it. We hope we have enough to do that also. At this point, what we're looking at beyond that is additional damage from Helene around the Flat Creek Crossing site that affects its usability and its beauty and affects the safety of the town maintenance facility and even the access way into the columbarium. We have a bank over there that is heavily undercut, a tree that's roots are dangling in full view. So we are beginning to think what has to be done to repair that. We have made a grant proposal about it. We don't know yet what's going to happen with that completely, but we are having to think beyond it to maybe even ultimately farther up the creek, because we still have a lot of creek bank damage left over from Helene. So we're thinking Flat Creek Crossing beyond might be a good way to put it. That's that, I think.
And I thought the open house went really well.
Say what?
The open house that you had
Yes.
for people to see, I thought that went really well.
We thought it went well too. We had hoped for a larger turnout, but I was thrilled to see people gathered in small groups in the picnic area continuing to talk. And that was a complete ratification for us of what we first saw when we started walking that area, that that's a little bit of a protected piece right there, and it's attractive to be in. And watching people enjoying it in that way really ratified that.
Yeah, I'm sorry it rained so much, but other than that, it was a really nice event.
We did have a good crowd before the rain broke loose.
Yeah.
But, Bill, anything, well, you've got the microphone, anything on the wildlife?
I think we're in good shape. as far as I could tell from what happened, we got more than the 5
Good.
we need. What I'm not clear on, and I need to call them, is how we keep the town certified. But we're still certified now, but is it clear to you, George, how we keep it certified?
No.
No?
I have not seen that notebook of information.
Yeah, I sat in on a webinar for it, and even that didn't, it was like an hour and a half long. And they talked about towns and communities being certified, but they never said, here's what the paperwork looks like, so keep working on it.
Okay, you have anything on Landcare?
No report for Landcare.
Okay. I have not heard anything recently about Firewise. There are statements in the weekly newsletter keeping people reminded of it. The same is true of Barrowware. There's something every day on the Montreat Facebook page about the bear situation, and I know there's a lot of discussion back and forth about the bear boxes and how that's going to be handled, and I guess we just have to wait for town council to make some decisions. There have been some very good recommendations in terms of trying to develop a town-wise contract or procurement system.
In the last newsletter, there was a link to send an email. I tried about 3 times, the link doesn't work. And so I was going to talk to Angie after this about that.
If you do that,
But
if you
it's,
do that, it'll be solved.
yeah, it's asking everybody to request that town maintenance come by and check their bear box to see if it meets certification. And they may ask you to put more hasp on it or something, to make sure it doesn't get bent up. But I don't know what they're going to ask, but.
Is it safe to assume that if you purchase something that's on Angie's list, that meets requirements?
Yes.
Okay.
Then there's all the other things. Are you keeping it locked? When it's not trash day, and those kind of things. We plan to do some sanitation workshop. So and then in October we'll start with the company we've contracted. Hopefully, that's in the plan.
Good.
The other thing I thought about is that when you have the initial meetings of each conference, the planning teams and stuff, that we remind them that they're going to be living with bears, and you do everything you can to keep from feeding bears, like leaving cars unlocked. You just need to give them a list. Don't do these things, or else you're teaching the bears humans are a good source of food.
And they're smarter than we are, so.
All right, no comments now. In terms of hemlock, this is, in the heat of summer, this is not the time for any of the hemlock projects to be happening. There is ongoing discussion with the restoration people about planting some trees this fall and going on and doing a fall treatment. So that's a continuing process. Nothing new to report on children in the outdoors. Anybody else have anything else before we turn the floor over to Beth? Okay, Beth, you're on. Did we delay long enough?
Thank y'all. I'm Beth Casper, and I am the chair of the Stone Bridges project. I've just taken off my Cottagers co-president hat. But at our meeting, I stressed in my remarks that Bear Aware and Firewise were important, and said some specific things, and appreciated that some representatives were there to talk about those concerns. Several people have wondered what the history is of the Montreat Stone Bridges, how it came about. You know, who are these people? What's going on? And it was a grassroots feeling of, we've got to do something for our town. There's so many people here that are such lovers of Montreat, and they felt like, here's an opportunity after the devastation of Helene. We need to rebuild. And one of the ways to contribute was through Nancy Thomas Wofford. She likes to be called Nancy Thomas. She and Maury Gramling are really good friends, and Nancy is an artist and a conceptual person. And she was able to put on paper and visually and with words and presented to the town council the idea of restoring the bridges. And the town council approved that. And the committee met in January, and they asked me to be the chair. The other people that are on the committee are listed under the page that has the what, why, who. Under who, it has everybody that's listed there, and the public is welcome to come to our meetings. So far, we've raised in 7 months $115,000. And we've just begun our discussion about fundraising. The restoration will start. We have waited for the MRA conferences to end. The women's conference ends on the 16th, so we're trying to give our masonry expert, Randy Hollifield of Simply Stone, the go-ahead to get started. Barry Kreisman is in charge of him and is supervising every bit of it. So we have no doubt that it's going to be done well. And his supervisor is Savannah Parrish. So our committee is an advisory source, and with Nancy on the committee, it's going to get done. And so we're excited about it. We feel like the plan is in place. Kathy Putnam has been a wonderful addition to our group because she is, you all should be very proud of her representing you all, because she is excellent. And she has presented a plan to the committee, and money was raised from that plan to landscape at each bridge. Each bridge is different, you know that. We're going to begin taking pictures and start drawing the landscape plan, and we'll use those to drum up interest from the community and encourage people to contribute. One of the things that we have done is made a decision not to have any commemorative naming or plaques associated with this, because we feel it's a community project and it's being funded by the community, and we're just not going to commemorate Uncle Joe or anyone else. This is long-lasting for generations ahead. We have been following this best practices outline with our purpose, our goals. The goal is to strengthen the structural integrity for the long-term durability of our bridges. You know, FEMA came in and made them safe. That's it. They're ugly. And what we want to do is embrace our history again and make the bridges reflect the early 1900s when everything was clad in stone, just like Anderson Auditorium, Assembly Inn. So that's what it should look like, and then to enhance each one with landscape at the beginning and the end on each side. The bridges will be arched slightly, and then they will have 2 round columns, one at each end, that will not be so high that you can't see over it when you're driving. And then where it's necessary, we're going to add these little tiny walls that'll sculpt down. So it'll be a beautiful visual. And we feel like when the first bridge goes up, which we hope to start within the month, people will get excited. We're going to have a groundbreaking ceremony, and then we'll have a ribbon cutting when it's finished. So we are just finishing phase 1, which was the structural assessment and planning. Excuse me. And phase 2 is ongoing as well. We have stones collected up at the old horse ring up by the barn, the old barn. And so stones are being collected, and we will start moving some of those. And from damage by Helene. Helene brought us a lot of stones, and we're going to use as much of that as we have access to that won't destroy any of the land around them.
This is my thing with Flat Creek and Kitchen Creek and the other 7
Kitchen
creeks
Branch.
in Monterey. I hope you won't go into the creek and source any stones.
No, we're not doing that.
Okay, because that disturbs aquatic life. And stuff.
Hipstone is going to be our backup resource. We want it as authentic as we can, and we don't want to disturb the creek. I grew up on Kitchen Branch. So, in fact, as a child, I used to go into the creek, and there were dishes, broken white dishes, and teacups, and all kinds of things for a child to find. And it was fascinating because that's how it got its name. It was the kitchen sink. So the restoration and the construction of the bridges, we hopefully will see soon, starting on Lookout Bridge, and then we'll have final inspection and the ribbon cutting. Does anybody have any questions about the goal or anything else?
I just had one question, and I think I know the answer, but I just want to hear for sure. Exactly which bridges and how many are, and if it's in the report, I'm sorry, I overlooked it.
It's not in the report because we've identified Lookout at Assembly Drive as the initial bridge, and the second would be Community. It's kind of a sister bridge, so we want them to reflect one another. And then probably the one at the barn. And our discussion will continue. We're just, there are at least 6 bridges, but more. There are lots of little pedestrian stone walkways, and I think once we get this started and see how the fundraising goes, I would love to see how this reaches lots of the nooks and crannies of Monterey.
Yeah.
There's a bridge off of Gaither, and where my father proposed to my mother, and that bridge has a crack in it. And so my mind is on, this isn't a driving bridge, but I'd love to see that one included.
Nice, thank you.
So do you have a goal, a financial goal? It sounds like you're morphing into how much we can get done as the dollars come forth. Do you have an end goal?
We believe the bridges, the least expensive will be at least $30,000
Each.
and building from there, because each bridge is different. We think that the price will probably be more like $100,000.
Okay.
For the structural integrity. And the committee is supervising the mortar, the stones, the shapes. We have a lot of voice in that area to maintain the look that we're going for. But I think it's probably going to be at least a $600,000 project.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
I did just want to say thank you very much for coming before the
Thank you.
committee. And also wanted to put in praise for George Sawyer, who has agreed to be part of the Landcare subcommittee and has already spent so many hours down at this one section between Lookout and Community Center, doing the magic that George does.
And I've seen him there, yes. We've all seen him there.
Clearing, clearing out the poison ivy, taking out trees, bushes that we've identified that shouldn't be there. So thank you very much, George.
You're welcome.
I have one.
I enjoyed playing.
I have one final comment, and I'll be through. I am encouraging every member of the Stone Bridges Advisory Committee to contribute financially, to not just sit and represent, but to participate in that tangible way. And I would encourage this committee to expect that of your membership as well. We're going to look to the college, we're going to look to the head of MRA, we're going to look to Presbyterian Heritage Center. We believe everybody who is a part of this community should contribute. It's our great privilege to do so. So I would encourage you all and let you also know that I've asked them to contribute as well to this committee, to Flat Creek Crossing. So thank y'all very much.
Beth, could you email me an electronic copy of this? Because I would, the handout, I'd like to attach that to our minutes.
Certainly.
Thanks.
Thank you, Beth. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the work that y'all are doing. I think it's a marvelous project, and everybody I've talked to out on the street and so forth agrees that it's a very worthwhile project. The two projects that I hear more comments about as I talk to people at church and in town meetings and so forth is the need for the project that we've got going, the Flat Creek Crossing, and the reestablishment of the bridge system.
One of the things that John and I were able to
Towns
do
are excited.
as co-presidents was to introduce the idea of not just giving checks to the four partners, town, PHC, the rest, college. What was I saying? I lost my thought. Must not have been important. And the Heritage Center.
And-
I've lost my thought, but thank you for your interest and your participation. I think together as a community, we're going to be stronger for these. That's what I was trying to say was that we added special projects to our list, and these will change when Flat Creek Crossing ends. There may be another project that you all come up with or someone else does. So the cottagers are behind both projects and contributed to them. So thanks.
Good. Thank you. Anything else to come before the good of the group? Would somebody like to move we adjourn?
Oh.
Go ahead.
Today, Montreat Summer Club is having a picnic. So if you can come. It will be fun. Special music, which will be very interesting. And it's just a nice time for the community to get together. Oh, it's a covered dish picnic.
Indoor covered dish picnic. At night.
Sometimes called potluck.
All right. Bill, do you want to join us?
Yes,
We-
I say we stand adjourned.
Thank you all. Good meeting.
Oh, and please turn off your mics.
That's okay. My son-in-law has ADHD. All three children have it. You should come to my house. Everyone talks. It's just Yes, exactly.
Question.
since, and I've not been good about this in the past year, just kind of the total number of volunteer hours that people spend helping volunteer. We have some program.
Oh, just the meeting minutes here, just, doing the, sort of, real quick,
People like you and then folks at the nature center.
saving them.
So really just trying to get a sense for ourselves and then to present in an annual report letter, so that we know how important volunteers are here. Often when we apply for grants and like that, the volunteers.
And where are you going?
So I think, I think most of where you just come back is conference center, and I'm not even sure that one section, they could just mention that conference center too. I know that's where Pat is, but I think that's totally up from the point that like it is the support. I would go in place. So I think that will be good to submit. It's amazing. And that's what it does not have a discrimination.
Oh.
It does carry a boat off the back that has an engine, so it might be bigger than it needs to be. But the only motion of the ship itself is sailing. And all those ropes and
Did you help?
and saying, I did, I was because the median or planter in front of the wall, we maintain that. And there are planters.
Wow.
It was just amazing. Mary Wright and Ken Lay, we got in years ago, cleaned out a lot. Because at one time we
And
had.
how many people are on the ship?
Planters, azaleas, and spruce.
Oh, that's great.
So that's another MRA. So I really think that you know, we're doing you're in an empty introduction. It wasn't built until like 1989, but it was built in the woods.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's two more names. Every year they have to read.
A lot of tape. It's a sprinkler.
Oh, okay.
That I guess they, yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Because I know you're going to listen.
So, you know, what's so nice is my brother-in-law farms. We have places.
Nice. Well, we certainly appreciate all that you do, and I appreciate the cats and I just got that myself. You still got to do such a good volunteer for us, but yeah, I really appreciate it. So yeah, thank you for logging this out, because it's not.
You know, all this stuff was helping.
I was out all last week. Something respiratory. But, yeah, I appreciate that. I mean, it's not a perfect science, the law. I'm just get a general sense. Because I know it's what people are doing. So, yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm sort of ready.
Bye. Take care.
Bye. Take care.
Burning out.
I don't have a lot of fun.
But just a lot of stuff going on. You know, summer club has those Wednesday programs that, you know, supposed to be particularly intensive.
It's fun.
It is fun.
I'm looking forward to this afternoon,
It is going to be fun.
see how the two of them interact. David is one of Aaron's heroes. When Aaron was here, when she was 14 and 15 years old, he was very active in the youth conference. And so she has followed him ever since. And of course, she's 45 now. But she still sees him as a young man, enthusiastic.
He is.
He really is.
I just, you know,
He's an inspiration.
when I have a story Andrea, one of the songs that he's done, it was, We Are Each Other's Angels. And so one of their friends were up for the 4th of July, David was doing something, and I signed up. It was like, yeah, what was it? Anyway, it was Black Creek Crossing that David came.
He did a free concert for us.
Yes,
which was incredible.
Well, this friend of theirs who plays the guitar, not to the caliber where he has, always been there. Andrea asked him, when she was still alive, that was something she wanted done, and she wanted one of the daughters, a friend, because she's been so involved with youth group. So Lance said, he says, I want to go with you because I was going. And I said, okay. And so he afterwards went to David and said, this is what I need. And so David, he had a few chords he was having issues with. David helped him through these chords. And Lance said, I want you to record this. He said, I haven't recorded it.
Oh, that's so
first,
cool.
I mean, he's that kind of person.
Oh, yes.
And so, but I keep up.
He's very easy to talk to.
He is.
I got to carry his guitar one time.
Wow. Whoa.
I bet your dog was envious.
You got to carry
I
his
got to
guitar.
carry his guitar. He was he did the presentation at Black Lodge and a couple of years ago. And so he had his speakers and his guitar cases and so on and so
I
on.
carry
So I was helping him unload his car.
He let you touch his guitar.
The case.
The case. Yeah. What is summer choir?
That's a big
This
question.
is a good question. Summer Club is something that started way back. It's one of the oldest. It started when, like my mother-in-law, it started sort of as a Bible study or women's get together. And so, anyway, it came from there, and then it was added into not just being women, but they had men. And now it's, the Summer Club does some things that aren't always in the summer, like the gate lighting, and, brings some programs, which we've had some great goodness programs this year. So,
I missed all of them this year, every single one.
That's good.
they've been probably the best we've had.
And where are they at?
That meeting probably just particularly was
We've changed, we usually a couple of years we had, but that one wasn't working out to do that, so Tom Whitman got Days of Chapel.
Oh.
And then we had the refreshment, which a little gotten a little out of hand. All this stuff, the women just, they got to get
Outdoing one another.
When I had it, I had popcorn and just real simple. We can do this. I love popcorn.
And it's probably a little healthier than cookies.
The other group,
Are you up here alone? You got your,
Oh, I'm up alone. Mike will come up. He's going to miss that planning and zoning. He had a commitment, work commitment. So I think he is going to be able next week.
what? He did so much work the last time, and a lot of the comments and the things he put in there, they were very helpful. So I hope tomorrow it's going to be just things fixed and it's going to go on.
that's what Ken's hoping
I
too.
know she is. I know she is. I mean, yeah.
Talking about Gail, the other group that she's gotten excited about is Tom. Together on Mondays.
Yes, yes.
The ladies meet down at Queso Rock.
Have a glass of
5
wine.
o'clock, and have a
Oh,
glass of wine.
yes, yeah. That's probably where you find, all the stuff that's going on.
We'll take minutes.
No, because then everybody will shut up. Everyone will listen to everybody talking.
We could use it for library.
Let's see, was it week before last, there were 4 regular Montreat women who had their daughters visiting, and 2 of them had their granddaughters visiting. So there was 3 generations.
Wow.
Represented.
That's nice.
The 4 families. She said it was fun to watch and listen to the stories.
Yes, because this is, times, it goes on real well.
Yeah.
So,
But it used to be
some
together
are
on
fun.
Thursday, so it started out as tots, and now it's gone on to Mondays.
And it used to be at Monte Vista.
Yes,
That's,
yes.
I was with Ashley Hanson one night, sitting having dinner, and, yeah, it was, all the ladies were there.
She's involved.
Have to do.
Yeah. Mondays at 4:30?
I think it's 4:30.
It is.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
I just know she leaves late in the afternoon, and I better have supper eating.
My supper on the table. Fair is fair.
Oh, my.
So your schedule, you're up here for,
I'm gonna be up here only for 3 weeks, and for most of this month, and then I'm planning to be here all of October. It's
oh, yeah.
it's gonna be gorgeous. Oh, yeah, that's right. I keep thinking this is September.
Yeah, I started
I don't know why.
I started to say something about the next meeting being September 6th, and I didn't say it. It's hard to say September, I think, even though my daughter keeps us posted every day that, school started.
Really?
Yeah, it takes
All day?
In South Carolina. And parts of North Carolina start today, too.
We did really start our book.
Oh, yeah, way too early. But she's on one of these, the years chopped up into thirds.
She's year round.
So it's
Oh.
basically year round. They have fall break and spring break. And it usually runs a week and a half to 2 weeks.
Oh, that's
Between
interesting.
terms. Yeah,